Hi, welcome to Forex In Four. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2011. This morning we're talking about inflation running wild. And I'm looking here at the British pound versus dollar. This is the cable. All right, you can see here that the pound had a pretty big spike here, pushed up to just about 163 before pulling back. And that's because of the inflation report that we got out of the UK this morning. CPI data came in, and it showed inflation was at 4.5%, which was higher than the expected 4.1%. And of course, we all know the story about how high this is in relation to where the Bank of England and government targets are. Bank of England targeted 2%. All right, and the government, wants to know why things are happening if it's over 3%. So it's not shocking that this is higher based on what we saw at commodity prices last month. But we also have to remember that since then commodities have pulled back some. All right, so that could potentially mean that prices are abating there and that inflation's coming back down. All right, but we also have to remember that tomorrow we're going to get the minutes from the rate policy meeting, and we're going to see at that point if anybody's really concerned about inflation over there in the UK. All right, they've got this situation going on where it's really starting to look like a little bit of stagflation. All right, you got prices going up, you got government austerity pulling things back. The GDP estimates came in lower than expected last week, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens there in the UK. Can they raise rates in a sort of a declining economy? And they may have painted themselves into a corner by not attempting to do this earlier. But we'll see what happens. The UK economy looks pretty resilient. They had better than expected home prices yesterday, but again, that could be a function of the inflation that they're seeing. So that's kind of what we're looking at here with the UK. We've also got this morning euro higher, which a little bit of dollar weakness. Now there was, the sentiment came out in the Eurozone, and it came in just a little bit lower than expected in the Eurozone. The German current situation survey was actually a little bit better than expected, but we're looking at a little bit of risk taking this morning. We've got oil rebounding just a little bit, still trading a 97 handle. All right, we've got gold pushed back a little bit, just below 1500. We've got stock indices higher to start the morning. All right, so it looks like we're going to see a little bit of risk taking today. So we get some risk taking. You can see that dollar CAD. All right, the loonie is strengthening just a little bit here. We got up to right around 97.70 here, just ahead of 98 cents. Okay, and I'll just show you the Aussie as well. Now in the Aussie, we've got, looks like a little bit of a range-bound market taking place there. We're sort of right smack dab in the middle with the Aussie. Now they came out with their minutes from their rate policy meeting last night. All right, and basically what they said was that they're keeping an eye on inflation, but they may see a need for higher interest rates. So it's going to be. They said that the currency is going to stay elevated for some time. So we'll kind of see what's happening there. But you can see that there was a little bit of a push there. Right now you've got Aussie strength versus risk aversion, which is going on, and we still have the risk coming from the Eurozone. All right, the Greek situation is still not solved. We obviously know about the disruptions at the IMF thanks to this arrest. Shocking arrest yesterday of Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who was head of the IMF. So we don't know what's going to happen there. Just want to show you dollar yen here. Big move for dollar strengthening versus yen, or yen weakness. All right, you can see that this is the highest it's moved up in some time. 81.5 is what we're looking at yen to the buck, and they came out. Last night, and the minister in the Bank of Japan basically said that the economy there is very weak. So that's giving the market clues that they may try and ease monetary policy further. Okay, at the end of the week when they come out with their rate decision. So we know they're not going to do anything about interest rates. They may provide further reason to try and stabilize and build up the economy, which obviously was devastated by the earthquake and tsunami over there. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. A little bit of risk taking, not a major move. We see we've got yen weakness, which is driving things like the Aussie. You can see here Aussie yen. That was a big mover as well. That's basically a carry trade. That's looking pretty good. Euro moving up a little bit with oil, a little bit with dollar weakness. All right, but the big story here is going to be yen weakness today, and started out as pound strength, now pulling back a little bit. Now, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm going to keep an eye on this, the minutes from the rate policy meeting in the UK tomorrow. If nobody's willing to budge on rates, then it's possible that we may not be seeing a rate hike sooner than later, which could send the pound lower. So that's going to be an important one tomorrow. Later this morning, we've got new home starts here in the U.S. We'll see if that does anything for the market. Also building permits. Housing obviously is a big problem here in the U.S. So hopefully that's going to help us out. But if it doesn't, well. So that's what I've got for today, folks. Good trading to all.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.